Alright guys, welcome back to another video of mine behind the scenes. This wedding was shot so long ago and I'm just now getting around to doing this behind the scenes. Check out this broken AD200. This is a long time ago, so I've since replaced these 4 lights with 4 AD200 Pros. All of my AD200s, with the exception of one, had a cracked screen, which sucks. Look at that, another one. I can't tell what channel it is, nothing. So I had to replace those. They were old and they served me well. How they broke, I still don't know. I don't know, but I baby the hell out of the ones I have now. I'll do what's in my bag video soon, I promise, and show you what I've got. Can I come in?
Yes, you just come in. Okay.
Hi.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hi. Hey, how are you? Good.
Good. Thank
This
you.
is Jenny, my wife.
Hi, Jenny. How are you? Good.
It's been so long, right?
I know.
Yeah, that's not really that important.
Did you want this in the box?
No, you can just leave it in the box and then I'll take it out.
Oh.
And then anything else you've got that you want me to photograph, like your rings.
I'm gonna prop your dress.
So as of right now, I have 409 subscribers. If you guys give me, what, 10 more, I'll upload more videos and I'll be really happy about that. Right here, I'm asking for all this stuff so I can go and photograph it. Does it turn? Yes, it turns. Watch out. As it turned out, there's not that much to photograph, but check it. I want to talk about the technical things here without getting too technical. I'm using all natural light. Generally, I don't like the light behind the dress because I feel like it washes out the dress, although in this case, I made an exception because I really like that window and I was able to get some of those details in the dress still. Notice how the window is to the right of that ring, so I think it gives you really good nice side lighting like that. I like that. You could place it in any other kind of way. Just make sure the lighting is interesting on things and it's hitting it correctly the way you want it to hit. Otherwise, it's not a good spot. Right here, the light is to the right of her. There's plenty of nice natural light there. I'm using both a 50mm and a 35mm to be able to get these shots. Some wider shots, some tighter shots, and basically I'm just letting her do her thing and me capturing it. Without getting too technical, again, the first thing I set up is the aperture. I have it pretty low, probably 2.0. The next thing is the shutter speed. I want to make sure there's no shutter blur. The last thing is the ISO. Everything is set according to what I see on the screen. Mirrorless is good that way, and so you get these shots, you keep going, you try not to stop the action, but you direct it a little bit. Yes, please. Let me have you one step back, a little bit right there. Go ahead.
Should I tell somebody to be here at 3:45?
Perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna move you a tiny bit more. Stay where you are. So this room is awesome for the natural lighting. I got as much as I could done here. Now I'm gonna give her her bouquet and get some more shots. Again, make sure there's no shutter blur, so make sure that's set appropriately high and go ahead and get your shots. Good. Look up towards that window. And then for this next. So one way of doing this is to set up your flash to kind of flood her with a little light against the backlighting, but I really like this look. What do you think? You're just gonna, what's that?
You want me to look at you or just?
No, just do your thing,
Okay.
and then I'll capture it. So part of the thing here is that I'm letting him do his thing, get natural reactions to this. However, where he's sitting is where I sat him. I chose this location, one, because the background isn't distracting, and because there's plenty of light hitting him, but not too much. These photos are really nice. I've seen some photographers whose style is more like with speed lights, and I get that. I think the way I use light is if it's necessary, if it adds something to it. Otherwise, I like natural light. I find that it's much easier to edit through these photos so much faster if you have natural light. If I have to use light though, I hate bouncing it, because if you bounce it off a different side of the wall or something, the intensity of that flash is going to be different, and it's going to take you longer to edit. Okay, so check it out. We did the first look, but I didn't get behind the scenes for that. But look at the spot they're in. This is the only piece of shade there is here. The sun's not set enough that it provided more shade. This is literally the only piece of shade there is right now. Good. Let me get back a little bit. Go for an Eskimo kiss? Not a real kiss, not yet. So they did their first look here. I got a bunch of portraits before the ceremony, but we did a bunch more afterwards too. These are the ones we did before. The way I would take these photos, the ones with the groups, is probably like at f4. The shutter speed is going to be probably at 1/200, and or whatever it needs to be, but the ISO is going to be at 100 because it's so shady outside. Then I get all these groups of shots. I'm talking a lot of shots, and I just power through them. It's really hot out, and get as many as them done because I want to go into the ceremony location and get a bunch of those shots as well, like the details and things like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna get a makeup shot, like a headshot of you. Just stay like that. Look out the window. You know what? Let's give her bouquet. It actually might be kind of cool. Normally I don't do it with the bouquet, but look at it. Right there. Look at the window. You can just, you don't have to look up. There you go. So after we did all that, she took a moment to kind of refresh herself and come into the shade, get some water, and I took this opportunity to get this shot that I really like. Okay, normally I would do this shot with an 85mm, but I only had my 50 on here, I remember that. And so I did it, you know, it works the same way. I like the 85 a little bit better, the portrait lens, but I was able to get these shots. The window is to her left, right? So the nice lighting is coming directionally. It looks really soft. It's not like it's coming right into the windows where it's like hitting her. Look at that soft light. So I get that shot here. I'm gonna get the ceremony details. I take away those COVID signs and I get all these. Again, there's like natural light coming in. So this is actually really easy for me. I mean, it would be easy for just about any photographer. I feel like when I'm doing these behind the scenes videos, it's not really to teach you how to do it, because most any photographer is going to be able to do this, right? I think the key is taking a variety of shots, getting a bunch of shots. Get that, get this one, get that one. I don't just take 1, 2, 3, 4, done. No, I probably take like 20 of these shots for these details. Close-ups, wide angle, whatever. I get a bunch. The ceremony hasn't started, and normally I take these pictures after the ceremony. There's all this sun. I mean, I take these pictures whenever I can, but there's all this sun hitting this that I normally don't want to come right now and take these pictures, but I may not have time later. So this one happens to be in the shade. Let's take some pictures. Man, I really meant to ask you guys to subscribe a lot earlier than this. It's almost at the end of this video. Right before the ceremony is where I'm gonna cut it off. Then I'll show you part 2, the ceremony and portraits. Then part 3 will be the reception, which would be a lot of off-camera light usage. Please subscribe. It keeps me going. Recently, just yesterday, I had like 10 people subscribe, and it prompted me to make this video just today. And I actually made another one with an engagement session at the San Juan Capistrano Mission, which is actually a really cool spot. But yeah, please subscribe, comment, let me know. I'm really curious to see how you do it above all else. And I've met a bunch of cool people here, so if you want to reach out and talk to me, let's do that, yeah? I like collaborating. I like talking about photography.